Welcome. This video explains how to record and maintain individual attendance in the eTrillium Admin Attendance module. To access the individual attendance function, either click on the Admin Attendance shortcut in the Favorites section of the landing page or select the Student, Attendance, Admin Attendance menu item. The individual attendance page is selected by default. If you have access to more than one school for attendance purposes, select the desired school from the school drop-down list. I will accept the current school. Users with the proper security privileges will also be able to select the school year. In order to work with a student's attendance, you must first retrieve the student's information from the Trillium database. Two search methods are available for locating students: Basic and Advanced. To perform a basic search, enter one or more letters from the student's name into the name field, then click on the Search button. The search function will retrieve the names of students whose first or last names contain the combination of letters used as the search criterion and display them in the search results pane. To perform an advanced search, click on the Advanced button. The Student Search pane will expand to show the advanced search fields. To search by name, enter the student's name or part of the name into one or both of the name fields. When searching by name, the name type radio buttons can be used to direct the application to search for the student by the student's legal or preferred name. To limit the search results based on the student's enrollment status, select one or more of the status checkboxes. Additional advanced search criteria include student number, OEN, gender, and grade. Note that when searching by student number or OEN, you must enter the full 9-digit identification number. Do not enter non-numerical characters such as spaces or dashes. Once you have entered the desired search criteria, click on the Search button to perform the search. To empty all of the advanced search fields of their contents, click on the Clear button. This is useful if you want to begin a new search from scratch. To close the advanced search section and return to a basic search, click on the Regular button. Once you have performed a search, select the desired student from the results list. The individual attendance page will refresh to show the personal details of the selected student. Click on the arrow beside the Attendance Details heading to hide and show existing attendance records. If the number of records exceeds the amount of space available in the Attendance Details section, a scroll bar will be shown to let you scroll the records list up and down. To create a new attendance record, click on the Add button. The Attendance Details section expands to show the data entry fields for the new record. Enter the dates the attendance record covers into the attendance date from and to fields. The dates can be a single date if the record covers a single day, or date range if the record spans several days. The Report As field contains 4 attendance codes used to report attendance to the Ministry of Education: absent, excused, G-Day or Grant Day, and late. Note that selecting an attendance code updates the values in the reason and entry mode fields to show only values that are applicable to the selected attendance code. The values listed in the entry mode field specify the time period or duration of the selected attendance code. Select the desired attendance code and entry mode. For this example, the student came in late and signed in at 9:37, so I will enter 9:37 into the sign-in field. If your board has mandated the use of reason codes, select the corresponding reason from the drop-down list. Check the phone checkbox if phone communication occurred between the school and a parent or guardian regarding the student's attendance. Similarly, check the note box if the student turned in a written explanation from a parent or guardian. Check the C box if the student is required to meet with an administrator regarding his or her attendance pattern. The comment field can be used to add additional information, up to a maximum of 80 characters to the attendance records. Click on the Save button once you have finished entering the applicable attendance information. The data entry pane collapses and the attendance record or records will be added to the attendance details section. The following describes the attendance records that are created through the various combinations of attendance codes and entry modes. When an attendance code of absent is chosen, the 4 entry modes of all day, period, sign in, and sign out are available. If all day is chosen as the entry mode, the times in the from and to fields for all periods in the day are set to the start and end times of each period, and the student is marked absent in all periods. Selecting period sets the times in the from and to fields to the start and end times of the selected period, and the student is marked absent for that period. The sign-in mode has 2 effects depending on the time at which a student signs in. If the student signs in during the first period of the day, he or she is marked late from the start of the period to the time he or she signs in. If the student signs in any time after the first period, a late record is created for that period as just described. In addition, the times in the from and to fields for each of the preceding periods are set to the period start and end times, and the student is marked absent for those periods. If the sign-out mode is chosen, the student is marked excused from the time at which he or she signs out until the end of the period. The from and to times of any subsequent periods are set to the start and end times of each period, and the student is marked absent for those periods. The excused code uses the same entry modes as the absent code. Using the all-day mode with the excused code marks the student excused for all periods in the day, while the period entry mode marks the student excused for a single period. When combined with the excused code, the sign-in and sign-out modes function in a manner similar to that of pairing them with absent. When a student signs in, he or she is marked excused from the start of the period to the time of signing in. If there are any preceding periods, the student is also marked excused for the duration of those periods. If a student signs out during the first period, he or she is marked excused from the time at which he or she signed out to the end of the period. If there are succeeding periods, the student is also excused from those periods. The entry modes of all day, period, sign in, and sign out are available for an attendance code of G-Day. Selecting all day marks the student as G-Day for each period in the day using the start and end times of each period. When period is chosen, the student receives the G-Day code only for the selected period. Choosing sign-in reports the student as G-Day from the start of the period in which he or she signed in until the sign-in time. The student is also marked G-Day for all preceding periods. If the student signs out, selecting the G-Day code reports the student as G-Day from the time at which he or she signed out until the end of the period. Moreover, the student is also marked G-Day for the duration of subsequent periods. The late code is also associated with 2 entry methods. Selecting period enters the start time of the selected period into the from field, leaves the to field empty, and marks the student late. Choosing sign-in marks the student as late from the start of the period at which the student signed in until the sign-in time. Attendance records can be edited or deleted as necessary. To edit a record, simply change the values in any of the fields, then save the changes. To delete one or more attendance records, select the records to be deleted, then click on the Delete button. Click on the Yes button to confirm the deletion. Please note that deleting records is permanent and cannot be undone. This concludes the demonstration. Thank you for watching.